Yes, yes, we're good.
Craziness. Sorry, all. Sorry, all.
Yep.
Today's just one of those days.
Admin issues. Sorry about that, Mages. We're great. We have a thief, Black Mage, thief. We have seen Tail, and we've seen Canal. I'm sorry, Canoe.
And apparently, Floater. At least that's what chat's saying. Chat, is that correct? Okay. Loot.
Okay.
Someone said about Floater, but ooh, looks like Canuck's going pop grind.
I love the pop grind here. You need to make a dive into Ice Cave or Volcano at this point to try and look for loose items, or going for the Ice incentivized chest. That is a great play, especially with nuke level.
And that is a decent hero run. I couldn't see if the Sawneyrath, power cycled first or not, but that is a pretty good actual hero run available.
One fan Dave may not approve of a level 2 dive into Ice Cave, but Kiyu Kitsuki saw One Fine Day's dive into Ice Cave at level 5 and got trance danced to death on the trap tile. So Kiyu says, you're going into Ice Cave, you need to be level 9 or better.
And sorry about the technical difficulties on Canuck's side. I'm guessing it's their PC. Not sure on that one, but I'm a fan of this one. I'm a fan of this one. But yeah, that is actually a pretty good hero run from Power Cycle. I have no qualms about having a few levels here, especially this early in the game with the party composition they've got. You want as many nuke charges as you can get.
Yeah, I am fully on board on getting your nuke charges up before you make any sort of dive. Like, you have a canoe, which means you have both the circle of stages at points, and you also have Peninsula Power, you have a nuke at level 1, you have a lot of things that you can actually use for it. With nuke and warp, spell charges are your goddamn bread and butter.
Basically, considering that the Ice Cave's going to be your first play, almost guaranteed. I mean, would you go Ice Cave here, or would you to go Volcano Armory here?
Oh, definitely Ice Cave. You got warp, which means you're going to make the warp play, and the only other play that you potentially want to make is if you get an early crystal, or if you want to check the 3 loose chests in Matoya, which again, Sawneyrath is checking, because that is actually a viable...
Yes, it is, especially with warp. You can get out of there early on. Looks like Canuck's getting more levels. I have no qualms about this, although lots of graphical stuff on their side. Do you know if they're on console? Or
I do not know. This is new for Canuck from anything that I've streamed. It may just be Twitch being Twitch. Let's be honest on this one. With the current events, Twitch sometimes is just not as conducive for summer.
Yeah, I mean, looks cool on that one at least. I guess that's all we can say. But here's a better question. Even with the early Ice Cave dip, what do you think the chances of them actually getting the floater or the canal are? I'd love to see a canal lock
pretty
Mars.
good. Like, legitimately, like, the way that I look at it is, you're making the play there. Do you feel comfortable full clearing ice? That is the only play that I actually see here. Because there are a lot of good chests in ice, and it's one of those, do you feel comfortable making that play at the level? Because you're mainly looking for your chime and your cube and your canal. Those are the 3 things you actually need at this point with the flag cell. Everything else could be anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, we will have a loose canal. Hopefully, I'm personally hoping that the floater is literally locked, like an on-rack or something like that, so they have to literally, so they'll full clear everything, and then finally find the floater. Sorry, not the floater. You'll finally find the floater after literally having to full clear everything. Ooh, fast level 3! And that's a
fast level 3 is massive. That is a huge find. The other thing is, the good thing with this particular party comp of a thief, black mage, thief, is you don't even need to check white magic. You do not care about it. But finding gold bracelets for 65k is a huge find.
Still no vendor item yet, so let's see. Let's see what's in level 4. We have slow lit 2. Oh, temper.
Lit 2 and temper.
Temper.
Lit 2 is still important. I give a credence to any clear spell you can get sub 4, because that is important note. You're going to have multiple uses of that even into Topher. it's a good thing to keep in mind.
Agreed. Although, ogres with... Oh no, that's... It looked almost like, the Yoshis were stoned for a second. I mean, I guess Canuck can at least see it on their end, so I'm assuming it's Twitch being Twitch.
I disagree with this play going into Marsh Cave, because Marsh Cave is like Ravenholm. We don't go there. But Sawneyrath is making the Marsh Cave dive. In the meantime, we have Hangry Canuck going into Elfland and actually picking up all the spells and any sort of items that he needs to progress through this. Sawneyrath is making the Marsh Cave dive, which previously in the Hex chat, Hangry Canuck is with me, where you only make the Marsh Cave dive if you absolutely need to.
True enough. Very true. Although it looks like both runners are choosing to dive Mars. I don't blame them for this. I mean, it's so rare nowadays to have an early canoe this early on.
You know, I think both of these runners playing the other runner at this point. Sawneyrath knows Hangry Canuck is not going to dive Marsh Cave, but Hangry Canuck is making the Marsh Cave dive after saying he's not going to dive Marsh Cave. So I think both of these runners are actually trying to play each other. And let's see if anything is in Marsh Cave.
I just hope at some point Canuck actually gets tired and will try to reset their console or take out, if they want NES, take out, blow the cart, and then just throw it back in there. Let's see, wipe for one of the thieves on Sawneyrath's side. Canuck's still getting through with the current party. They'll be able to warp out and get some, basically be able to save on that one. Ooh, the werewolves. The wolves and werewolves. Great wolves and werewolves pack, unrunnable. Here's the question. With early nuke, do you actually attempt a grind tile after a small Peninsula of Power grind?
Absolutely. You have nuke level 1. I've never gotten nuke level 1 in any of my seeds. I've gotten Fade before, but Peninsula of Power I would still hit before I actually go into any of these chests. Because Marsh is still Marsh. You're going to run into 13 plus unique enemies. You're going to run into something that you can't run away from, and it's going to have anything that you can't run away from. From the guy who has as bad luck as Sar, you cannot run away from him. It's going to bite you in the bum, and that's why I hate going to Marsh Cave.
It's not that bad, but wow. I hate to say it, but Canuck's side's just... I don't even know what to say now. Cabin on Sawneyrath's side, Twitch being Twitch on that one, but I do have to say, I do like to play on this one. I do. I remember playing this game, ages ago when I was a kid and hating Mars. I think we all did on that one. Yeah, I agree with Crabcakes. This is getting unplayable. But and I don't have.
Canuck is actually asking for this at this point in the IRC. He's legitimately saying he cannot power off because of power pack issues. He plays on console, and the console is legitimately giving him at this point. He has to work through this shit, and it's difficult. If anybody sees this on screen, this is what you have to work with sometimes when you're working on a console, and it's difficult.
I mean, Worst case, no, they could wait. He's using flashcard? Technically, although it's gonna be a pain in the arse to set it up, he could try to switch over to emulator, but the input delay would probably be a bit annoying on that one. And so far, nothing but a crap load of gold in Mars.
This is very consistent for anybody who grew up in the NIS. Sony has actually reached out to Canuck on this one.
Even I agree that this. I 100% agree on that one because of some of
the admins are really willing to re-roll a seed if Sony and Canuck agree in the IRC.
Ooh, that looks like it might be back to normal, but I can't tell. Is it? And if so, don't know how that got fixed. Possibly good? Maybe? Question mark? Someone put it out in chat. Hammer. The hammer works.
Sometimes all you have to do is kick it. But like, okay.
I mean, here's hoping it doesn't act up again. Hoping on that one. I mean, as a fellow runner on console for at least some randomizers, you know, the SNES ones, I understand completely how this can act up on that one. It really can. And, ouch, knock. Can't get a break today on that one. But, Sawneyrath out of Mars Cave, nothing really good there. Just a lot of experience and other stuff like that. Finally on their way, I'm assuming, to Crescent.
Once again, we thank our runners. If you have not followed our runners, we have our runners in the chat right now. thehangrycanuck and Sawneyrath, both experienced veterans of our Final Fantasy I randomizer community, and both willing to take the time to make sure their competitor is working on peak performance because they want the best race possible for our chat. How are you guys doing in chat, by the way?
I have to say... Oh, and there was a ribbon in Mars. Sort of I think we... But, yeah, that's going to be insanely useful. I'm assuming both runners managed to pick up that ribbon, so as long as Canuck gets out, and Sawneyrath going into that. Ooh, Brack at 6 and Saber too. Not really useful, but Block will be.
Not very useful is all that you have to say on that one. You saw Saber, that's the only one that matters.
Key. What do you know? I found the key to the seed.
But yes, for those who are joining chat right now, you are seeing a giraffe seed, which is one of the best ways to play Final Fantasy I randomizer, in my opinion, when you're playing with an opponent. Because it sets your party the exact same. You have the exact same resources to play with. And these two runners have chosen to play with a double thief, double black mage seed. And that is fantastic. You have no access to life. You have no access to fate. You have no access to Invis 2 outside of the white shirt. Or Ruse outside of the defense sword. You have to find the items to make your white magic work. And that is an amazing play to play. I love it at a 3-0 seed that these runners want to do a draft seed. And I endorse it fully.
We're gonna have, if everybody maxes out the cap wise for what they'll have, is it 8 or 9 for the max charge?
9. It's 9 for the black mages and 4 for the thieves, so you'll have a total of 26 charges across the board.
Okay, so it's 18, 20,
26.
20, 28 maybe? Or is it 26?
26.
I can't do math.
Because you have
Quick
you have 9 plus 9 plus 4 plus 4, which is 26.
Well, 8, yeah. Yep, that works. So, if you've already cleared out Marsh, do you go back with the key?
Do you go back with the key? You're going into Marsh Cave. You know what my opinion is? You're going into Marsh Cave. If it's in Marsh Cave, it's in Marsh Cave. But the thing is, you're looking for 3 loose items massively. And the thing is, ideally, you're looking through sea. And most importantly, Sky first. Sky has the best chest density in the game, with both Mirage and Sky. And then you're looking through probably Sea and also Volcano first, because you have a canoe already. If you're looking through Marsh Key Locked at this point, when you found the key...
So, before taking that wipe... I guess saving, going to check Astos, and also those trap tiles.
Like, legitimately going to look for 3 key items is more important. It really is, and when you find the floater, like...
Floater. Canal's no longer needed. Oh. I don't know whether that is perhaps in the lead right now, considering all the problems with Canucks you had to deal with, but I have to imagine that Canucks probably feeling behind with all, the issues, so far on that one.
I think the main point of this is how willing our competitors are willing to make do with errors or technical difficulties from their competition. That is a key point that I want to make from this community. They are more than willing to make sure that the competition is fair for anybody in case there is something out of their control coming into the play. And that's what I want to say from Sawneyrath. Sawneyrath has been nothing but supportive for Hangry Canuck whenever he said something that had him having technical difficulties.
Yeah, yes, very true. Very, very true.
What happened earlier? Well, let's see. We found the canoe and the tail from our royalty in Corneria. Then we found the key from our sages in Crescent Lake.
And we also... Oh god, no... Oh yeah, Big Key gave the loot.
Big Key gave... No, Big Key gave the floater. The loot came from...
No, floater was in... Floater was loose.
Floater was loose in Northwest Castle. You are correct on that one.
Yep, he gave the loot. I know, it's been one of those crazy days, and Canuck just picked up their key. Now, if you're Canuck, do you level or go to one of the, looks like Canuck's probably gonna go to maybe Ice or Volcano. So this could either be good or bad, because the longer it takes him to get back to Northwest Castle, the longer it's going to be for him to get the floater. However, if Sawneyrath does not go check out those dungeons until a little later, which is probably going to happen sooner versus later, Canuck may have an advantage there.
Well, we saw the ruby was in the 50k shop for Gaia. So he needs actually a little bit more gold to actually buy that said ruby, because Titan's Trove is an incentivized location, which means you need the ruby for that incentivized look. But he finds another ribbon, and that's important. 2 ribbons at this point is fantastic. You have a tail, you can go to Muhammad and actually class change, and then get your nuke charges on those ninjas. That's important. With both Fast and Temper. You have Fast at level 2, you have Temper at level 3. I said Temper, I meant Saber. Saber is at level 3, Temper is at level 1 with the nuke charges. And that's an important play to make later.
I think Temper was 3, but yeah, it's hard to remember on that one. And you look at Canuck's side.
He's diving ice.
After this. Oh, not just that. Just keep an eye on it here and there. As I noticed when he reset a bit, it did glitch out a little bit, so here's hoping it's not going to happen again. But also here's hoping that there's something amazing in ice, maybe a few loose items there.
Well, he's guaranteed at least one incentive. And it could be as done as a POW block or a Thor hammer. But finding a flame armor on Sawneyrath's side, that is best in slot. Once you actually get a flame armor, ice armor, those are the 2 items you want to find for your ninjas. From somebody who's played ninja for about 2 years, you always want to find those.
Well, you also want to find Masa or katanas.
I mean, for weapons, sure, but you can make a weapon work with enough temper charges. At temper at level 4, you're going to find abilities to do that. You have potentially 26 charges once you get your Black Mage high enough. But again, if you're getting your Black Mage that high enough that point, you're looking at, I have to beat a nuke charge, because you need the HP values to beat.
Very, very true. And looks like the Geist and Raps have Ice 2 on that one. It looks like Sawneyrath's basically deciding to sell some weapons. And picking up this ruby.
And Sawneyrath grabbing the guaranteed spot from our person that is Sarda. And he's grabbing the Oxyale. So he has unlocked the Oxyale from that point. Has also grabbed the ruby to try and go through and grab the tunnel.
Basically, I think all that's left is the chime and the cube for Gomo for some.
Rod.
Oh yes, that's right. And to answer this question in chat, the floater was in the rightmost chest of the Northwest Castle.
Yep, Northwest Castle. Key lock. Northwest Castle, which you need to actually go and get the key.
Ooh.
From Sages.
Let's see the incentive. Ooh, there's the cube and the herb on Sawneyrath's side. Ooh, a pro ring, opal, and silver. Don't remember if the ninjas can equip opal or not. So if they can't, it'll just be free money.
Opal armor, ninjas cannot, and it's legitimately night exclusive. And legitimately, if you are playing a Thief Seed, you need to sell Opal Armor and Dragon Armor, and Aegis Shield at that point. Because legitimately, the best equipment that you can have for your ninja is a ribbon, a flame/ice shield, and armor. You want to alternate those, and a power bonk/pro ring.
Ooh, and the mummies and cockatrices have plants. That's gonna make Earth Cave and Ordeals if Ordeals is dived a little hard. Oh, and the Butterfall as well, if I recall. They also have that there. Looks like Sawneyrath just headed to turn into Herb. Let's see what the cure for the Prince gives us today. Oh, there's Notorious Crystal. Some more fetch quests.
I'm down for more fetch quests that give you plus experience in this particular flag set. 5% experience every time you get any sort of key item. So therefore, especially with this group here, with a double thief, double black mage, you need the levels. Because you're looking for
the Opal Cheerio.
Because you're looking for the levels to give you EXP against a potential nuclear/nuke in.
And
you have no life charges.
Yeah, they've got no life. Sorry about the bad pun there, but they basically, if all said and done with that one, you'll see some craziness. It looks like Sawneyrath's picking up Nuke for his ninjas. And if Canuck, I'm taking my cube, warping out, saving, and then going back in. But looks like Canuck's gonna try to run this out.
You know, I don't blame Canuck on this one. And why I don't blame Canuck is push your advantage where you can. It's one of those where you're looking to try and check as many chests as you can, and then say, I've got this knowledge, I don't need to check it on my way back in.
Very, very true.
And to answer EMP any amount of money. Who needs nuke 4? I'm sorry, who needs life when you have nuke 4? People like me, when they run into a max evade, max MDef, carry, Tiamat 2 or Chaos with nuke or nuclear on their first and second slot, that's when you need that. Because Topher will always bring the things that you do not plan for.
Ooh, and there's a grind tile for Sawneyrath. Zombie D and the Whizbam. Pretty good actual grind tile, I'd say.
Yeah, that's actually a very good grind tile. It gives you, I believe, around... Well, it depends on how many you actually spawn. Because, like, the Ice 3s are not going to work well against any of those enemies because they're all undead. But any sort of nuclear, Fire 3s, Fire 2s are going to work fantastic against those. And they're going to give a decent chunk of experience between, I would say, 4.5 to 11k, depending on your spawn rate.
And not finding a decent tile as well with the giant pack of metal slimes.
Metal slimes, again, nuclear, fade, Fire 3. Those are what you want to find for those, because metal slimes are weak to fire spells, and they have no resistance against non-elementals. That's why nuclears and fades are so...
And looks like most for the grind tile, Sawneyrath's got at least... It can spawn up to 2 Zombie Ds and at least 3 Whiz. So we've seen it. Ooh, there's your canal. Ice Cave. Unnecessary because they found the floater, but still. Good to know where that was.
That is very unfortunate from Kangaroo Canuck, because that opens up a lot of the world at this point, and he still doesn't have the floater.
Well, he does have the key, so I think Canuck will probably at least check some of the quick and free key lock locations. The thing that Canuck's gotta, bank on, I'd say, is if the rod or the chime is in key locked marsh, then I think that might help him.
I mean, personally at this point, like, the thing that's going to help Hangry Canuck the most is for Sony not to check the cube at this point. That's a big.
Well, I'd also say the thing that would probably help more than anything else is making sure his NES doesn't act up again. But you can see when he's resetting, it's glitching a tiny bit. But here's hoping it doesn't happen again. And Sawneyrath still nuking up those zombies and whiz vamps. Oddly enough, Sawneyrath is grinding on the actual tile in front of the floater chest. That is irony. That is irony. Looks like Sawneyrath's done with their grind for now. Going to go check the Dwarven Armory. While Canuck is going to the volcano.
Again, this is the week of air, so the incentivized chests are in ordeals. They are in ice. They are your main quest NPCs, and they are also in the waterfall and the week of choice, which is air. And that is in the adamant normal chest, which is in the second floor of sky in the bottom left chest.
And looks like the dwarves had nothing really major in their armory today.
Sonny on his way to check Topher.
Go ahead.
And Canuck is checking floor 2 of Volcano.
Not a bad check for now, considering he still doesn't have the floater. At some point, he really doesn't need to get over to the Northwest Castle to pick that up.
Oh, EXPs have trance. That is not nice, because with stun and nuke, you want to find those great EXP fights whenever you can, and EXPs are not friendly today.
An opal gauntlet for Canuck to basically sell. I don't know if he took a wipe or not, and another set of gargoyles on Sawneyrath's side. We took out the other gargoyles because they're the color of them, but still.
Well, we found the second best armor. We found flame armor already, we found ice armor. So your thieves are actually equipped this seed once you get the tail turning.
Yep, very true. And ooh, Red Hydra, nothing insane on them. Assuming Canuck's going to take the EXP here. Yep, is Sawneyrath's doing some shopping, picking up some heal pots, so we'll get to enjoy the shop music for a little bit.
Once again, proving how important Nuke is at the level 1 slot. A lot of the times, whenever you're playing this on your own, Nuke does not show up. It is a rare commodity, and you should treat it as such. When you find these rock goals, Nuke makes a good deal of their existence, especially when they roll less than 300 HP like they did in this.
Yep.
That's a lot of EXP.
Makes you wish for Quad X on that one to just basically start one-shotting them.
Nope. I wish for Nuke every time, because Nuke is, and a Sun Sword and a Black Shirt. Woo!
Yeah, that's pretty good. It's insanely good. Looks like Canuck's getting some more EXP from these. I can't blame him. With how low they rolled, he's got some houses.
And on Sawneyrath's side, he's fighting steak. We want that steak medium well. Show it.
Looks like Canuck's probably gonna do 3-man right now, taking a death from now down to 2 at present. So the question is, do you keep at it, or do you go out with what you have left, save
No.
in just 2 minutes?
Legitimately, these are free levels. When you find a rock gull tile in the armory, it's difficult because you have to consider how bad are the enemies that you have to fight.
Looks like Canuck might be 2-manning it. I do not blame them for this. You've had 2 characters die, you've got a good grind tile. Nah. Looks like either going for information or for the whole, shebang on that one. More than likely going for information right now than anything else. While Sawneyrath's going through ordeals.
And seeing chat, Darren D. Rise, my opponent for this week, is also on Team Mistake. J-Lo, my former opponent in week 2, also on Team Steak. We eat those. You see a steak, we eat those. I am glad to see that support in the chat. Well done.
Just put it this way, I'm on team. It's worth it. It's just like it's the doesn't care. I mean, literally, I've run away from them if I've had to. Lack of levels, everything else like that. And then there's the famous story I like to say of I grinded on an actual Tyro tile. I managed to actually do that. Didn't care if people didn't like it. For EXP. Ooh, and the Bane Sword.
As a person who's seen Bane Sword in power, Bane Sword works when you have no hope. And it works then.
Another rock gold tile. So...
It's the same tile. It is a Grey Worm tile, and that is consistent in this floor.
I know, just saying another one on that one. And slab pickup for Sawneyrath. Ooh, heal helmet. That's a huge pickup for Canuck. That is a huge pickup. He has a source of healing.
You know what? Looking at this comp, I was going to doubt you, but then I looked at this comp again. You are completely correct. Heal helmet basically makes anything that does not have spell charges to help you out actually help you out.
Especially since they have no healing. Now checking the out of the way chests. Now here's a question. Do you go to try to beat Carrie? Or do you warp out?
You beat Carrie.
I mean, he's running a little heal pots.
You still... Oh! We have blue steak! Blue steak on Sawneyrath's side!
The very rare T-Rex encounter. The very, very rare. And nothing good on the Agama tile. Check. Enough. Good luck. Good luck on this one. Hopefully he saves some charges of nuke on that one. Dealing with some scorch and some cremates. While Sawneyrath's entering ice himself, so we'll be able to pick up a few of the good things in there. Going for Bane strats and some nukes on Carrie. On Canuck side. Oh god. That's poison touch.
Hashtag believe. Oh!
And this is why you debate about going back with warp.
I don't debate on that one. Like, legitimately, I'm still siding on Canuck on this point. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. You got information at this point. If you get out with the orb, that's what you want to find.
Very true.
If you actually get the orb clear, that's more important than the amount of time that you've lost. Because you still have the information on the chests you want to check. You can still check those chests. You know exactly where they are. And finding out that Carrie wants to beat your face in, you just go in with more people.
Not just that, but also because Canuck knows that there's an actual heal helmet there, along with the Bane Sword. He's more likely to just grab those and, try to be carry on that one, and the cube pickup for Sawneyrath. But it looks like Canuck is going to 3-man it. Not a bad play.
I like it as well.
All for it.
Personally, for me, though, I'd probably kill off one of my Black Mages and keep both thieves alive. But that's just my play at this point.
I mean, I can't fault you either one on that one. This is the type of seed where you pick the combo that works for you, either Double Thief and the Black Mage, or both Black Mages and one Thief. I'm in the camp of one Thief and both Black Mages because the Black Mages are going to have a little bit more versatility, and because you'll want to actually just, dump everything on there, on your Thief, and just go from there.
I'm going to discuss these really quick for anybody in the chat. The difference between those two is the Double Thief comp gives you better run comp, but the Double Black Mage comp gives you more nuke charges. So how much do you trust your run chance? Which is an RNG fest. From somebody who sucks at RNG, you should go with the Double Black Mage comp. If you're trying to execute most physical damage output, go with the Double Thief comp because it's going to give you better run chance. But both of those are viable maneuvers.
Finding the metal slime tile. Canuck actually checking chests. Hopefully we'll get their floater really soon. As a positive note, Sawneyrath will have to deal with that, brutal carry at some point as well, so that's going to be interesting to see how they handle it. Ooh, and I missed out the actual inn. Was it Corneria? 5 gold? And there's the loose canal, and as long as he heads south to the Northwest Castle, we'll be able to pick up their floater. Not being the hero and giving us the hooray tour. And Sawneyrath is out. Canuck's gotten everything from the dwarf armory, even though it really wasn't that good. Oh god, Canuck, no! No! Unless you're doing what I think you're doing. Sawneyrath turning in his slab. Oh god, Canuck, please, go south. Go south to the Northwest Castle. You're right there. Right there. No! I'm thinking to check the level 5 Souls of Belmont. Ooh, Quake and Zap there, along with Fire 2. 2 decent one-shot spells. Well, potential one-shot spells. Canuck, where are you going?
Quake. Another instant death spell. Which means that if you're using an instant death spell, there's a chance for you to do nothing on your turn or kill the enemy. And it's based on your RNG.
And while Canuck is sailing, Sawneyrath is in Elflet. Well, not Elflet. The bottle pickup for Sawneyrath. I forget the name for it. Letting go of the fairy. So let's see where he goes next. Most likely, I am guessing Gaia.
I am also guessing Gaia because it makes sense. You're already here in Lufa land, which is Lufane, and Hangry Canuck is going straight for the Oasis tile.
Which, as we know, did not have the vendor item.
Yes. Because we know that Gaia has the ruby.
Yep. However, Canuck will give us most likely our first check at Waterfall. After this quick pop into Onrak. And just some Pures and Tents, I think. Running into a Manticore. And on Sawneyrath's side, let's see what the fairy gives us.
TNT.
More and more fetch quests. That's more and more EXP. I can only imagine Canuck feels behind with all his technical difficulty on that one. I know I personally feel that way. So you would feel that way as well, Kyo?
Dude, at this point, if you are almost an hour in and you have not found floater with this particular seats, you are feeling behind. A lot of the top tier runners, especially at a 3-0 bracket, you are expected to find floater at less than 45 minutes in. It is a crushing feeling at this point, especially at level 1 nuke, because you have the ability to get levels. It's difficult to try and force your way into places, which means you have to either find levels or force your way into places and check it for everything you can. So at 52 minutes in, the only thing I feel at this point is shame onto my family, and that's not a problem. Because...
Very true. And, ooh, Rod on Sawneyrath's side. Sorry to interrupt you. Yep.
From the dwarf. Our TNT dwarf.
Which, oddly enough, you never know what happens to him in the vanilla game. Joke, if I recall correctly, is the Tigo Boom.
You know, I used to remember his actual name, and I'm sorry that I can't remember it right now.
I know it's been said before.
It starts with an N.
I don't remember on that one. Eric, something like that, but no. That crown is huge for Canuck. It's huge.
Boy, he got crown from Canal? I'm sorry, Waterfall?
Yep, crown from Waterfall. That is huge for him. Huge. Because he'll go check Astos, drop off the crown, and then, because he's in the area, he's got the key, he'll check the chests, and get his floater.
That is massive, actually, for Canuck. Sawneyrath, unfortunately, is following his footsteps at this point, though. The robot has the crown. So, whatever Canuck finds is going to be lost in this time frame. If he can actually RNG manipulate.
Very true. And chat saying the actual name of the dwarf was Merrick.
It is Merrick. Thank you, MG Weirdo. I'm sorry. With this whole debacle, IRL, I cannot remember. I wish I could say that was the case, but legitimately I can never remember names. And Narek is one of those. I told you it started with an N, but like I
didn't know if it was an N or an M, but close enough on that one. But yeah, I'm not good with names either, and that's something I will always let people know. It's like, yeah, I'm not the best with names, so if I ask multiple times, understand that. And I guess because in the area is doing ordeals. Hopefully after this, he'll go turn in his crown to pick up his floater. Now, I'm surprised, Sawneyrath. You're right here. You have the Oxyale. I'm surprised he's not popping into Onrak. I mean...
So, we still have the Thor hammer in play. He's following his seeds and avoiding as many encounter tiles as possible. Turning it in the crown for element makes...
The fetch quests continue. So let's see what the adamant turns into today. What does the dwarf give us? Well, there's the chime.
Of course.
That's go mode, I think.
That should be go mode, in my opinion.
Yep. And looks like opting to take out Sky first. Although, I'm assuming at the very least you will check the incentivized chest for maybe the power bonk. And not getting their... God, what was it? I just read it, now I just forgot. Oh, Slab, I just remembered.
Yes, Slab is...
Yeah, Canuck picked up their Slab from Ordeals. And,
Slab is already else, you're right, thank you.
No problem. And it looks like Sawneyrath is still probably going to check some chests due to not having a really good weapon. Looks like Canuck's opting to go the overland route for Northwest Castle. To answer the question in chat, Canuck had a few technical difficulties early, which I think more people can explain in chat other than us trying to describe it all, but...
I'm just gonna describe it all. Canuck had technical difficulties. He's also behind by a floater. It's difficult when you're behind by a floater, and you're also trying to fix things on your end that you know that are an issue. As somebody who's actually had to deal with that, it is tough. And Sawneyrath has come back in chat and say, are you having difficulties? About like 20 minutes in, was available to actually do a reset if Canuck needed it. So, again, great competition from both runners here. Trying to make sure that both of them find everything as possible without any technical difficulties as Canuck finds floater.
Yep. Probably feels behind, but definitely finally getting the floater is huge. And giving us the credits.
First time he's actually gone over a bridge.
That's right, he was that close to the adamant, so that makes sense on that one. Picking up their chime. So, despite everything, Canuck is what? A Oxio away from... Oh no, Oxio and Rod away from Go mode? Where was the Rod again? I'm trying to remember.
Let's see. From the person who's doing commentary and tracking at the point, I actually do not remember, and I'm sorry about that.
Hold on, I'm trying to think. I'm pretty sure Zarya had the. I'm pretty sure Zarya or
Lupaland does not have it.
I'm trying to remember. I believe it was either Zarya or the Titan Strobe that had the Oxyale, so that will be easy enough to pick up on that one. Slab, yeah, as you said, the
Slab will be the other one.
yeah, Slab does not have. Oh, he's already got the Slab on that one, but that won't really lead to anything. I think it was the bottle that gave the
Bottle was in Lufa. So, Bottle was in Lufa, and then the fairy gave TNT.
That's
TNT
right.
turned into... TNT was a rod. Okay, thank you, chat, for being on top of that. I'm sorry about that.
So that, I mean, Canuck literally once he turns in his slab and gets the TNT, he will have access to Go mode. Also, once he goes into Zarya, I think Zarya or the Titan had the other actual items, so he'll be in Go mode real soon. Surprisingly.
To answer Wolf35 in chat, we only have one loose. Well, technically we had two loose, because traditionally in this particular seed set you have three loose, but Canal was a loose item, and we actually had access to a floater early.
Yeah, there's Canuck's Oxyale. He is a rod away from Go mode. Thank you. Wanna know something amusing? Canuck, despite all of his difficulties, actually still has a chance of winning. He's not that far behind.
Let's be honest, until you kill Chaos, you are not behind. That's the way you look at it.
And picking up the herb from the Titan Strobe. Wow. Get your blessed RNGs in chat. While Sawneyrath is across the Bridge of Destiny. Not picking up their crystal. I mean, I'm pretty sure both runners will continue to check chests as they don't really have any good weapons or armor.
So what are you saying in Vulnerable Pleb? It's not over until it's over? Hey,
Yep.
from the person who has played a seed that they got into Topher at 1 hour and 30 minutes. Oh, Wormack! Roma chicken! Boo! You fight the Roma chicken! Come on, Sonny!
And not going through their Party Islands check. I wonder how bad Tiamat's gonna be today. I'm hoping for something really spicy and really crazy. Not picking up their second ribbon. I think it was the second ribbon. Is it? No.
Didn't move his thief. That is.
Yes, it is the second ribbon.
Wait, he's going for Brack Shreds? And gets it on the first try?
Wow. That's
disgusting!
That is luck. Looks like the Agnos,
But seriously, you have a 1 in 6 chance of actually getting the robot chicken bracked on the first try. Congratulations.
Not getting their basically promoting now. I'm pretty sure he'll be immediately running and getting some more nuke. And that 3-man strat is actually helping. finishing up the checks on the Cardia Islands while Sawneyrath is hanging out in Gaia. There's his flame armor. It looks like Canuck has officially committed to that 3-man grind as tossing away the ice armor. Sawneyrath looks like they'll be taking on the Sea Shrine next. It looks like since Canuck is in the area, they will be checking out the sky. Which, as a positive, we do know that either the floor hammer or the power bonk will be here. I think we found everything else. Looks like it via the tracker, so I have to say, Kyo, you're doing a wonderful job tracking for us.
I wish I could say the same, but I'm not. But thank you for the positive note on that one.
And Luck will probably pick up. I'm hoping for the power bonk. I am hoping for the power bonk, despite it not really being necessary.
Legitimately, at this point, you're gonna want to try and find the power bonk and the defense sword. Those are the two items you really want to find. Whenever you're running a thief comp, you want to find the power bonk and the defense sword. And this comes from the guy who learned from playing solo thief from Will Bloodworth, the king of solo thief play. The defense sword and the power bonk are the two items you always want.
That's very true. And, ooh, Blue Dragon's got poison touch. I think that was poison touch on that one. So, like, not checking the greater than less than chamber.
The less than greater than chamber, you're right. On Mirage.
Wow, actually choosing to skip it.
You know what? I like this play. You know why I like this play? And this is actually important to learn from a person learning this game. You skip all of Mirage the first time you're going through, because you want to save as many resources for Sky. You want to check every chest in Sky because it's more difficult to get to, and there's a lot more chests in Sky, so it makes more logical sense for you to go for that immediately.
I'm guessing going straight to the adamant chest, and looks like Canuck found something that was good. I couldn't see what that. Oh, there's the power bonk. It was our other loose. It's Thorhammer.
Yep. Thorhammer was loose. Well, incentivized in Sky.
Yes, the power bonk was the actual other loose item. On a positive note, the spell charges will help out to some degree. Free spell item. Oh.
If I was Canuck, checking all these chests makes sense. And the reason why is you're looking for end gear weapons for both your ninjas. You already have end gear armor. You're looking for Masamune. You're looking for katanas. That's what you want to.
Ooh, and on a positive note, Canuck knows something that Sawneyrath won't know. He knows where the right shirt is.
Another great find, because again, you have no white magic, and Invis 2 charges you can't get at this point.
As I said, he knows where it is because although he took a death to carry the volcano, we know that the white shirt is in the volcano.
As we have Sawneyrath taking Kraken 2. Kraken 1. Take it away, mate. He's dead.
Don't have to, because he got the brack on the crack already. And I know that was a horrible pun, but still. That's what, 2 fiends taken out by Brack?
Yeah, it's two fiends taken out by Brack.
Will he be able to get all 4 of them? I wonder.
I don't know if you can do it to Lich. I'm pretty sure he's immune to stone, if I remember correctly. But the fact that he's already gotten 2 of them upsets this commentary rate.
Not just that, but at least one of the nicest things is Nuck also knows where the Bane Sword is, which I don't want to jinx it, but that is still a very powerful weapon in and of itself.
It's gotten kills from people who hate instant death spells, and it is still legitimately end-tier gear that you should always make a room for. Because if you find the Bane Sword, even a person who hates instant death spells will tell you to make a space for it, because you never know when it's possible.
Not just that, but since it's equipable, I don't have the stat sheet in front of me, but I'd assume that it's good enough to actually be able to carry, depending on what else you have for weapons. I think the only other thing they've got is, what, Sun Sword? And Sawneyrath checking the armory.
As our friend in chat, semi-stable, greetings, my friend. Bracken's the Kraken. Hey, you know, sometimes you can make stone sashimi. Congratulations. We have thehangrycanuck on Tia. Nuke charges going out. That's the way I want to see it. Damage, damage, damage.
Nearly
Do it.
200. Ooh.
Blaze.
He has got Blaze. I mean, you know, Sawneyrath just basically bracked before we saw anything on Tiamat. See, over 100 on that one. 187. Ooh, not
She
that
had
high.
about 800 HP.
Not
Which,
that much.
not that much. He low rolled a lot of the nuke charges, but got a Tyro, another stake charge. Unfortunately, he does not have any nuke charges. So he's housed before he actually went back to his airship. Because in case he gets a stake, he wants to get the extra XP.
Not just that, but he's on the board with his first orb. An hour and 13 in. Though still needs to find the rod, but looks like just about to turn in the slab. Sawneyrath, I'm hoping they're just checking greed chests right now. I'm hoping they're just checking greed chests. Nuck on his way to Lethane while Sawneyrath is healing up and considering to explore the volcano.
Yep, he is completely healing up in Volcano. We have Canuck going through, dodging a stake opportunity to feed his family, and going to look.
Yep, so this is what the TNT which turned into. Is it the rod?
The rod.
Yep.
Sorry, the bottle is from that, which turns into the TNT, which turns into the rod.
And Harry doing 200 points of damage.
And having stun touch.
Yep, stun. Harry rolled high on health today. Come on, Harry. Your nuke again. 132.
Yeah, you have 4 nuke charges. It's going to go down eventually. It is a 600 point base carry at this point. For anybody who's concerned about that, you have 600 points base. You're working at a 230 percentage, which means you are working at a point of 1.26, if I remember right. K damage, which is 1,260 health points, and your nuke charges and your fade charges are non-elemental, which means they go through magic defense, if I remember correctly.
Yep, and not just about to go get their item for the fairy, which, if I recall correctly, this should be our rod. Yep, TNT into the rod.
TT turns into Narek, which is a rod.
Yep, which will put Canuck in go mode. And it looks like Sawneyrath is wasting all their tents, doing that for some item management. Looks like coming back for some more levels.
It makes sense.
This play.
Like, legitimately, like, we've already seen some nasty Tophers in this particular flag set from somebody speaking on that matter. Going back and making sure you're going to be level 20, level 25 at that point makes a lot of sense. You want to have enough levels that your HP values are going to be over to 400 because nuke charges can hit you from 100 to 400.
Not just that, but Canuck is in go mode, and I think that's because Sawneyrath is actually saying, I don't have any good equipment. I'm just gonna grind to infinity and just hope that what I've got, you know, I can make it with a nuke. And it looks like Canuck opting to not check any chests so far. I'm betting he'll check at least a few of the large, you know, stockpiles chests. But I have to say, Canuck is catching up fast. When's the NPC guillotine coming out so we can start killing the bats?
You know, the bats are a valuable play. It makes you reconsider your life in this game because RNG should always be a factor.
What's actually even funnier is there used to be more bats there. They moved a lot of them into a single chamber.
That is true. I remember that because it's in the northeast chamber there. There's 4 bats in there. And if you ever want to feel like you never get Katana!
Katana! Oh, that's gonna be great.
It's second best item for a ninja. That is best thing you can get. Holy crap.
Actually, the better question is whether or not Sawneyrath will check that chest. More than likely they will, but...
No, you got a katana. Katana's good enough.
I know, I'm saying, will Sawneyrath check that chest? It's the vampire chest.
It's relatively free. Like, legitimately, like, I hope he checks it from a person who legitimately says check every free chest, which are 3 on Earth, or the 3rd chest on Earth 3 and the vampire chest. But do I think Sawneyrath will check it? No.
I'm hoping he doesn't, because that's technically an advantage to Canuck. White shirt katana maybe gives him an advantage?
Katana gives you a huge advantage. That is an N-tier weapon. That is, in my opinion, quote-unquote, the N-tier weapon for any ninja. Masamune is a side grade, in my opinion. It depends if you prefer crit or if you prefer raw base damage. As we're fighting Lich on nukes across the board.
I was going to say, not only that, but the, if I recall correctly, the katana has the same actual crit rate as the Vorpal.
It does. It has the same. It is essentially a Vorpal 2.0. Katana is a better Vorpal because it has better base damage.
And Canuck now entering. While we were talking about that one, he managed to get through his Lich and is now onto the volcano. He was hoping that, knowing where that white shirt is, he will pop it and grab that.
He's looking for a clear at this point. He's looking for the actual right amount to get through, so he can try and get through with the least amount of encounters as possible. He didn't take the optimal path to avoid as many encounters, but it's fine if he knows exactly how to make through.
Very true. And was that like a 40 I saw? Quick check. Nope, missed it on the menu. Yeah, this will either be go one of two ways. Sawneyrath checks the chest and gets the katana. Then
He is very high level at this point. Like, I can tell from his base levels at this point, from his HP, he's actually at least high 30s, if not high, low 40s.
I mean, very true. I'm personally hoping that he doesn't check the one and... Oh god, Canuck. Why? Why? You know where the white shirt is!
No, he doesn't actually.
Yeah, he did. Remember he full cleared Volcano earlier.
Son of a gun. You're
He
right.
full cleared Volcano. It was in the, right...
He's going for
the
full
actual chest
offense
up
build. He's trying to gain time at this point. This is definitely a gain time point. He's at 1 hour and 21 minutes and he thinks that he doesn't have time for the white shirt. Which means, if you think you don't have time at the white shirt at this point, you're going to go full offensive in Topher.
I know, but it's literally... I'd say it's so useful that...
You have
Remember,
nuke level 1,
they don't
babe.
have... I know, but remember, they also don't have life.
They
That
don't have
alone-
life, but they're going full offensive, which means you're trying to kill an opponent before they can actually kill you. Which
I know,
is
but still,
unfortunate.
throwing on some of it, it's like... And that was 9 hits for over 500 damage on carry. With that katana, tempering it up again, 200 damage and change, taking out one of those, and 10 hits for nearly 1,000 damage. Canuck got his revenge on carry, that's for sure. Oddly enough, this Canuck has caught up fast. All that's left is C, and this is it.
I think the
Well,
important
those
point
even
is, like you said earlier, will Sonny check the vampire chest?
Very true. He just got his katana. And he's level 31.
He has a sun sword and he has a katana. That is really, really good. Sun sword is basically the baseline. It's the Wodian sword, in my opinion. It does 32 base damage, increased damage against undead. It is very, very good for anybody. It's basically the baseline that I say outside of the ice horde that you want to grab for any sort of Topher dive. And Sawneyrath has that and a katana, which puts him in a great position.
Very true. Picking up some more... Canuck is picking up some more heal pots. We'll probably revive his Black Mage and then go in and beat Sea Shrine. So I'd say, what, maybe 5 minutes behind...
Sea Shrine Go mode is 3. Legitimately, I say Seth has 3 on this. If Angry Canuck does pure.
More than likely will. Else is up. Just got done. His last orb at 1 hour 24 minutes and I'll call it 33 seconds-ish. So Sawneyrath is going to be going into their Topher dive, while Nuck is working on finishing out Sea Shrine. Surprisingly enough, despite everything, this has been a real close race.
A 3-0 race, man. This is a 3-0 race between Sawneyrath and Angry Canuck. It has been search the world for your key items. You could find your loose floater early, but at the end, Angry Canuck and Sawneyrath have been very close because of the choices that they made. Sawneyrath is making their dive at 1 hour, 25 minutes, and 30 seconds. and decides to back out and grab a couple more things that he's missing.
Probably heal pots. Double checking on those. Oh no, raising up one of their other characters. That's gonna be important. He's been spreading out his levels from that one, so any early death is going to hurt. And second dive into Topher. Will he be able to run? Yep. Well, Canuck is dealing with the Red Sea-Hag actual encounter, one of the most annoying encounters in the game.
Which will be removed in the alpha soon. Like, legitimately, in the alpha, they've actually trying to find a workaround, so stay tuned for that.
I think they had a workaround at one point, but either way, werewolves on Sawneyrath's side in the Phantom tile. And Sawneyrath is into the second half of Topher, while Canuck is almost to Kraken 1.
Yep, he's in basement 4/5 that I call it, and he is ignoring all the chests. He's going full go mode, trying to get to Kraken 1. Cyrenus in our chat, correctly assuming it's already been worked around. You are correct on that one. The Red Sea Hag with Sea Hag fight has actually been worked around because it's been linked to the pirates. It's been delinked in Alpha/Beta. It just has not made it to the live flag yet. And
very true. And taking some damage from the sea trolls and lobster fight, but almost at carry. While Sawneyrath is almost at their Blitz 2.
Decides to take some green Medusa on the way, which I don't mind. Like, that is a 7-pack, that's a lot of experience. If you're still looking for experience, that's still a great fight.
And some Mudgalls just before their Blitz 2 fight. What are you hoping on the themes? You hoping for something trolly?
Am I hoping for something trolly? My name is Kyukitsuki. You're going into the Topher at sub 25. I want you to.
Well, light 2 for. I couldn't even start explaining that fight because Kraken's down with a single hit.
Pink Robe, Lich is dead. You took out the dry cleaning.
Yep, so now on to carry. Runs into a back of Grey Worms, can't run on that one, taking some damage.
As we have Canuck fighting Kraken for the first time. 10 hits from Kraken 1.
Oh, that's just...
You gotta nuke your way out of this one! No, no!
11 and chains. Oh, 108 damage on that one. No. No. God.
So, I want to make a point here. Sawneyrath wrecked Kraken 1 on the first try. RNG. Thank you very much.
That is garbage, and carry 2 down on Sawneyrath's side. Sea Scorpion sitting with Squirts, Lobster's dealing a bunch of damage, Flash from the Sea Trolls.
Oh, the Lobster.
Sort of huge.
Let's light 3. Please continue to spam it.
So having to deal with a Thief down on his side. Gets away from another Seafood Party pack, the Seafood Party Collector pack. And dealing with some waters. Managing to get away. Trying to run again for some more. Fails. Takes about 60 damage. Misses. And just about to hit into Kraken 2. Will Kraken be as strong as he's turned out to be in his first form? I wonder.
Kraken never skips leg day.
Very true. Casting up the Yoshis. Oh!
Kraken, it's Octopolis now, baby! It's Octopolis now. Bring it the new.
10 hits, like, what was that? 600, 800 damage. Starting for Nuke as well. 100 and change. This should take Kraken 2 out. Oh, no. Really, it's like Quad X on that one. Ooh, Kraken rolled beefy today. Takes out one of the Black Mages.
Kraken roll beefy.
Another Nuke on that one. Will probably take out. Yep,
there we go.
Kraken out. Ouch!
Kraken rolled over, I want to say 1,600 at bare minimum.
True, and that took out a lot. Sawneyrath's party.
Yeah, that is one of those where you consider on the reroll to grind. Because legitimately, if Kraken rolled that much with a hasted ninja with a katana, you did 600 plus every single strike, you are dealing 1,500 damage. Kraken rolled over 2k. You need to deal with that.
Yeah, let's see, Tia...
Absorption focus.
Damage, 2 hits, stun, touch, nothing, tempering up.
Tia has absorption. That's the important thing to take away from this one. You have 150 on this one. You have 300 with the temper. You are down to a aim pray at this one.
You're at hold A to win 2 hits on that one. 193 damage, a couple hits on that one. 8 hits, 500 change, 3 hits. Yeah, this is gonna be...
He got it. He actually got it. And that's important to point. This Tiamat was absorption forces. You had to get crits to get to it. The katana made the play for him. As Hangry Canuck is taking, you have gotten a Rainbow Poogle special, and he got away! Holy crud! A 130, we have our first Chaos fight. There are no encounters on this table. He has one fighter. He needs to get absorption on the table. Can he get any evade? Does he have the white shirt? What does he want to make? He's going for the white...
You know, neither of our runners have it, and, basically, Canuck just got his, last party, last fiend down. Can he get out? Opting to fast up on that one. Oh, that's huge. That is huge.
Yep, we lost it. Chaos said no. And he didn't want to grind anymore.
I mean, he's got over level 30 with all of his with a lot of his characters. Canuck is right back in this.
Well, Canuck is not right back in it. He got blocked by Lobster Party right after killing Kraken.
He's on his way to Topher.
Wait, what?
He's out. He's got his orb. He's on his way to Topher. Canuck is on his way to Topher. We'll probably pick up some actual heal pots here. Canuck. Sawneyrath just using the loot for the second time. We'll try to probably keep the charges in that one, though Canuck looks like he's not opting to raise that thief. Well, that other ninja. Going to pick up Nuke on his ninja. And...
So, what we know from the first dive, we know that Kraken 2 is dangerous, we know that Tia 2 is dangerous, and we know that Chaos is dangerous.
And with, at 1 hour 35 minutes, Canuck enters Topher for the first time. Yeah, those end fiends are dangerous, is right. opting to take a few fights for some extra EXP.
You have warp available to you. You can actually stop and grind. And this is a point to make for both runners at this point. I know you're at a 3-0 bracket, but if you wiped at Topher, you know how dangerous these fiends are. You need to survive spellcasts, which means you need levels. And that's a difficult play to make. It sucks. It really does. From
Not
somebody
just that, go ahead, so I was just gonna say, Sawneyrath is just about to take on Carrie again.
from somebody who's actually wiped Topher 4 times last seed. With one of the nastiest Tophers we've seen. But Thunder comes out for carry too. So we have Thunder in the pool as well. So you're not going to carry these mages through. You need to get levels. You need to make sure that MDef, their HP are...
Carry 2 down on Sawneyrath's side, while Canuck is on their way towards Lich. Although as a positive note, since Canuck is actually rocking a 3-man party in here, he will have extra heal pots, which is actually very important in this situation because the heal pots will matter.
I remember the... Yeah, there we go. Seal Trolls have Lightning 3. And that's a scary spell to have. Because Sea Trolls show up a lot on this floor.
And Sawneyrath is going through a lot of heal potions, keeping his party alive and up. Light 3, lit 3 on that one. Well over 300 flash, ineffective. 3 hits, 5 damage, 3 hits, 57 damage. Stoned there. Oh god, that party, that is a nasty seafood party matter.
It's Vicky's seafood party for days. You never want to find it, and it will hurt you 100% of the time. Which is why you need to either have run chances for days, or you need nuke chances for days. And luckily, we have nukes.
And at 1 hour 38 minutes, Canuck pulls Lich 2 on that one for the first chance. 4 hits, nuke for 197, nuke for 382, takes down Lich.
Love that play. Always go nukes first. You have your tempers on 3. Throw as much damage as you can. Disrespect the Lich. Disrespect all the fiends that you can. Because any fiend that gets your attention is something fiend that actually needs your attention.
Very, very true.
Puts me in the 3rd slot, tries to put you in the 1st slot, and going to try and save me.
Let's see, tempering up the kill on that one. Let's see, 13 hits. Open nuke on that one. Okay,
Nuku kills the last one.
Let's see, second nuke, and while Sawneyrath is working on Kraken, Canuck has just pulled Carry 2 for the first time.
Lots of absorb that I've seen already.
The second mate is down, so Sawneyrath is going on to Tia 2 with just 2 light warriors.
Sawny already knows the encounter table, and that's what you can see from that play there. He is healing up only thing that matters. He is already moved from Kraken and already into Tiamat. And
Also,
stopping only...
Canuck has taken down Carry 2 and is down to 2 light warriors left. This is a nasty Topher. This is a very nasty Topher.
It's the Topher I expect every time. It's a great Topher.
467. Down to just the ninja. 2 hits, 250 some damage. Let's see, 6 hits, 362, stun, ineffective. 606 damage, over 100 there. Let's see, 8 hits, 671 damage.
He gets through it, but he's down to 1 light warrior going into chaos again. Kangaroo Canuck has 2 Light Warriors going into Crown. And it's again kind of the same situation that we saw the first time with Sawneyrath.
It's fast going on that one. Oh, that's...
Leg day.
Yeah.
Sawneyrath pulling Chaos. Let's see what we got. Aim, Prey, Chaos. 93 damage.
93 damage. Oh, I know exactly what he's doing.
Yep.
White man. This is huge for Canuck. This is huge for Canuck. He knows where that white shirt is. He knows where the only available choice of Invis 2 is.
He's going to grab it.
Yes, and the Bane Sword. That was in the same room. Sawneyrath, going
Diving again.
That one. Canuck knows it's in the volcano. I don't think he remembers exactly where it was in the volcano, though.
This is where these 3-0 brackets get exciting. How well do you remember your seed? This is important. Are you going in? How do you remember your seed? Do you want to get the levels? Do you want to get the items? That is
Not
important.
only that, but Canuck actually has that rock gall tile. This is also huge for him. He's only rocking 3-man. This actually is a great play for him. Getting a lot of levels, and then, you know, going to be able to pick up the white shirt. This actually might be the play.
Like, legitimately, these are about very similar EXP grinds, depending on how you actually roll. Sawneyrath has been rolling low, but, like, the thing is, if Hangry Canuck gets the white shirt after this, that is a play. That determines the difference. That is what we're looking for at this point in the end of this grind.
I saw 2 of his warriors at 26. I forget what his black belt is. No, not black belt. His thief is at. Oh, sorry, ninja on that one. It was it. His ninja is at. No, that's his eye. Is at 27.
So, answering Coyote in chat, how high do you want your party at this point? You have a black mage ninja party at this point, which means you need 30 plus bare minimum. It depends on your rolls, on your HP values, which is difficult at this point, but you're still looking for 30 plus. The question is, how many people you want to keep in your party at this point? You have 26 new charges if you get to max, which is 30 plus, you get max new charges no matter what.
And Sawneyrath is done, getting his levels again. So is going to go back to Topher on that one, using a house up, while Canuck is still grinding some more, considering how bad that Topher was. This is still a very close race, folks. Canuck has brought it back from a lot. Burning off an encounter, Sawneyrath heads back into Topher at 1 hour, 44 minutes, and let's call it 3 seconds. Level 28.
It's again how much you want to spend and grind, because eventually you will hit the tier points. So Hangry Canuck does not get the white shirt, and that's an important point to make.
Very true. Still feels behind, I'm betting. I mean, considering the caliber of these runners, it's almost hour and it's almost
hour and 40.
45 minutes.
If you're at an hour and 45 minutes, your top tier, legitimately you're looking at a tough Topher grind. Like, that's legitimately the way it works. Anybody who's watched any of these top tier runners, you're at 3-0 bracket. You have not cleared it sub 20. I'm sorry, 2 hours. There is something nasty in your.
Very, very true. And Sawneyrath just about to head get to the Earth floor, while Canuck enters at 1 hour, 45 minutes, and let's just call it 30 seconds. This is a very close race.
This comes down to RNG, and if you can actually get through with a lot of enemies. And Earth 3s also have Lightning 3. That's nasty.
I'm hoping, between the pair of them, Canuck still remembers where the white shirt is, hopefully. If he wipes again, we might actually see another volcano dive for that. And Sawneyrath has pulled Litz 2 again for the third time. Takes him down with 2 hits. Basically 1 nuke and a katana strike. Sawneyrath just about to get to their carry 2.
From a science standpoint, I actually favor Sawneyrath because he kept a 4-man party and he tried to grind that 4-man party from a person who took an hour after diving to.
Fasting can temper up his 1 black, his 1 axial T. 5 hits that. Sorry. Trying to concentrate on all that stuff. Gets the fast and tempers up. Goes for double nuke strats. 4 hits, 189 damage. Nuke comes out, 108. Another nuke for 294 damage. 12 hits, 521 damage, I think, from that ninja swinging the katana. Oh god. The seafood party actor again. Manages to get the runaway thanks to this extra levels. And
We need. If you're a player in this game, you need to avoid the seafood party plat. The trolls have the damage. They're Lightning 3. You do not want to fight them. Waters are never nice because they have a lot of base physical damage, but you gotta wait. Angry Canuck uses nuke strats to kill Lich with this last hit. Gets it down. Sawneyrath is going into Kraken 2. This is the goddamn decider. Let's see if we can see it.
this is his 3rd attempt at it. Fast, temper, nuke, 300 and change, 300 and change.
Oh man, high rolls all across the board.
Yup. 265 damage with 5 hits. Another set of fast. Triple nuke again. Quad X does nothing. 12 hits, 966 damage. 181 damage. 195. Swinging with that other one. 26 damage. 10 hits, 376 damage, and Kraken 2 is down.
That is a huge relief. He kept everyone alive through Kraken 2, which had at least 1400 damage. That is impressive. That is a lot of heal potions used up. Heal potions heal 30 outside of combat, 20 inside of combat. And that's an important number to remember for any new player. As we have Hangry Canuck going into the sea floor. We have Sawneyrath going into the Tia floor. He gets a Rainbow Pugil special. As Hangry Canuck gets the scary Bicky's seafood party.
And Sawneyrath has got to be careful. It was down to in single digits heal pots. Tempering up, fasting up, all the usual stuff on that. 3 hits, 200 change damage on that one from Timid, tempering, all that stuff, swinging for 9 hits, 864 damage.
Tiamat had around 2k health if I remember right.
131 on that nuke, 5 hits, 464 damage, another nuke, 101.
Got him.
Nuke 336. Oh! I think Sawneyrath might have this.
He's out of heal pots.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. But I mean,
As we have Kraken 2 on Canuck side. tempers up, trying to make sure that his ninja survives. He doesn't actually have enough damage right now. Nuke comes in, wipes everything down to the floor. Everyone's on one knee. Quad X misses because of the ribbon. 122. That is not going to be good enough. And Nukes come in. He's trying to go for a kill. But we have Sawneyrath pulling Chaos. Chaos. Fast. Temper. Temper. Trying to make sure his ninja survives. Trying to go for as much damage as possible. Can he get it done? That is the question. 266. Before all the buffs come out. So he has to get all the tempers out. He's going for at least 5 tempers at this point. Hangry Canuck wipes and tries to go grind at this point.
Matt?
We get 5 hits for 430. 430 from the Chaos. He gets a hit on Kyu. Kyu is down to 1 knee. You have no healing. You have Zap killing out
at least one
of the party.
That one.
But gets a 1,504 crit to kill Chaos. We have our winner today.
Dane, get your GGs in chat, everybody, for Sawneyrath with a time of 1 hour, 51 minutes, and 33 seconds.
As we're joined in Discord by Sawneyrath. How are you doing, bed?
What was that chaos?
Crazy on that one.
Like,
Crazy.
hardly any absorb, had fast, had zap, hit like a truck, and that's really all I saw.
It's better than some chaoses I've seen.
Yeah, you did roll a gem though, Kyu, because I think I saw 2 nukes, maybe only 1. I saw the nuke from Kraken too.
You had nuke on level 1.
Yeah,
You
oh
want
yeah.
Anything else from me?
No. Nuke at level 1, warp at level 2, fast at level 3, temper at level 4. This was a dream seed for ninjas.
Exactly. Like, you're blaming me? You got goddamn God Seed.
Exactly. I'm blaming you for this beautiful seed because it was beautiful.
And we're also joined by the Angry Canuck, GG's Canuck.
Oh.
Yeah,
Man.
that start was bad. That tilted me right out.
Hey, Sonny, you want to know what? Hangry Canuck was chasing you in Topher.
Oh, I figured Canuck was right behind me in Topher.
I shouldn't have been.
No, you should have.
Yeah, this was the type of seed where it's like, despite everything, Canuck, you legitimately were like, you had checked a lot of other locations and you had found a lot of the stuff, and you going 3-man actually helped you out on a lot of the stuff. Though I have to ask, did you think about going back for the white shirt and the Bane sword?
I did, and then I'm like, by the time I found out that the airship was loose in Northwest, I figured I was so far behind, I just had to go. That's why I skipped most of air. I mean, I had a katana. That was luck. I just decided to check after the vampire chest for something to do, and it happened to be a katana. But after the start, I just gave up because I knew I was so far behind after that.
It's
GG, Sonny, man. That was a tough Topher. You must have done some awful leveling to get through that.
Yeah.
What was your final level for all of your characters?
32 on my main ninja, 31 on the one named after you, Magius. Kyu was my main ninja. And then 33 on Canuck and myself, the black mages.
Poor choice. Why did you make me your main ninja? I have bad RNG rolls, always. You know that. So.
That's why I made you my main ninja.
Aren't thieves supposed to give you initiatives and first strikes?
Just supposed to help you on our way, at bare minimum.
I'm pretty sure my thief forgot the memo. Because I couldn't run from nothing. everything first struck me, it was horrible.
There were a lot of things that had high ambush chance in this seed, and shoutouts to that Medusa script starting off with Lit 3 and or Flash.
Yeah, how was
Yeah.
that seafood party platter?
I can't talk yet. You still said you named your main ninja against me, and you said RNG is going to go in your favor.
Yep.
Did you see my first sea dive? Where I changed a ninja out of first slot just to not get hit, and then the next pack, they hit him.
Yeah, no. Hello.
Hello.
I also saw somebody brack a Kraken on first turn.
And
First try.
Tina.
And I'm just going to say... I'm just going to say, I called you out on chat. Sorry, bud.
I must have put at least 2K in the Kraken too.
Yeah, Sawneyrath basically first turn, first character, Brack, tier 1, Brack, Kraken 1.
Anger from Kiyu.
Literal. First turn, first character, Brack, oh hey, it worked. Brack, okay, what is this?
Yeah, I couldn't waste the time going back for it.
I mean, that was just
But I
ridiculous
started-
in and of itself.
Canuck, it's not your fault. Sawneyrath actually took good grinds in the middle of the seeds. Like, legitimately, I saw him take grinds. I will adhere to those grinds. He found things earlier than you. He took that time advantage and turned into the grinds. Because that's what you really need to get through Topher. And it's not your fault. That's what you needed. Both RNG and the finding the early and taking the grinds. It was one of those seeds that just hurt you.
Oh, nothing against Sonny at all, but I was doing my pop grind until my cart started freaking out, and then I stopped.
You know what? I'm gonna give a good shout out to Sonny on that one, because he was legitimately saying, "Hey, do we need to restart because your card's freaking out?" Like, a lot of runners won't do that, and I am super endorsive of
Yeah.
anybody who wants.
Yeah, but the thing was, after I got it fixed, I knew Sonny was, still going. I'm not going to make him restart. I wasn't really worried. I was still going, kind of, but the thing is, I dove marsh, and I couldn't understand the thing that wasn't in any of the chests.
Yeah, see, I would have been
That
glad to
sucks, man.
restart had you asked for it.
No, man, no, you ran a good race. That was a quick seed. You did it good. I'm surprised I actually caught up to you, to be quite honest.
Yeah, I wiped three different times in
3
Topher.
times.
Yeah, well, I went down the first time, and I'm like, well, I gotta go. He's got to be in Topher. When you did that accidental dot done, I knew you were in Topher. I knew.
I mean, it was kind of hard for me to not be in Topher with the accidental dot done because my reset is kind of close to my enter key. But, yeah, so that was a wipe against Chaos when I did an accidental dot done.
Yeah, I knew you were there, and that's why I was That's why I'd only grinded a little bit, but I skipped a lot of chests too because I'm banking on this quest chain turning out to be Rod. Because if that Rod's loose, I'm finished. I'm just gonna forfeit right there.
Oh, I played so riskily as well and was hoping that the rod wasn't loose or whatever I needed for go mode wasn't going to be loose. And then I find the loose power bonk in C.
Oh
in
yeah,
one
I
of the
go
green
mode in
chests,
Sea
and I
and
was
Sky.
like, well, that's both loose items. I've got the loose canal.
Free chest. The 2 chests that you literally walked right by. It was in the lower of the 2.
In Sea?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, the 2 green chests. They paid it off today with the katana and the power bonk.
Well, I found the katana after the vampire, so I got lucky there.
Katana after Vampire was great because I was like, all right, I would like a weapon better than Sun Sword. And then I checked the chest behind Vampire. Oh, hey, Katana, we're good.
Again.
Yeah, I was
great
running with the
try.
Sun Sword as well.
But from both of you, would you consider the top chest in Earth 3 and the vampire chest to say, hey, I don't have anything that I really want? Try those.
Yep, because sometimes they will pay off, especially like they did in this seed.
They are almost free chests, and that's why I want to keep saying to new players, it's like, why am I frustrated all the time? Like, you're not checking quote-unquote free.
I mean, worst case, you always check the two chests, right before diving into Topher. They're sitting there. I mean, I have seen Massa in there. I have seen it. It's been ages ago, but I legitimately have seen it in a race on one of the past tournaments. Masamune, just literally sitting there, just before you hit the loop.
Only check it if you need something, though.
That is
Because
true.
legitimately, you will hit a cabin or you will hit a house, and it's going to throw off your potions at that point.
Very true.
So how did the beginning of the game look for me?
You're behind initially.
No, could you make it out? I mean,
Like, legitimately, you're behind most of the time. Not to be rude or anything. You were behind Sawneyrath a lot of the time. You made certain plays before he did.
I'm
But
not
he
talking
caught
about
up.
behind.
I
know I
you
was
must
behind.
know how the looked on the screen. Let's put it this way. Yeah, whatever. I'm assuming you mean as far as just like the graphical stuff.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. Take nothing away from Sonny. He ran this good. I mean, there was no question. I knew I was going to have to take chances and run one heck of a race to catch him. So
You weren't as behind as you thought you were.
Yeah, when you got the crown, I was screaming at basically the guy was just like this basically changes everything. As soon as you go check the crown, you have the key. This gives you a floater. This puts you right back in there.
yeah, see, I had the key when I checked. I checked the Elfland, but I didn't go up and check Northwest. That was at about what? Maybe right after I almost got the key.
The key was at Sages, and I'm sorry, I had to do double duty today, Canuck. I wish I gave you a better point, but I'm
Yeah, that key being at Sages was interesting.
Yeah, I did Marsh before Sages, so that kind of messed me up, I think.
I did Marsh before Sages as well, but I did a pop grind to get a few extra charges of warp, so that way it would be a little bit easier, as well as nuke.
Yeah, that was my plan. My plan was to do the pop grind, get some warp, get some nuke, but then my cart started acting up, so so that kind of tossed me a little bit, so I stopped my grind early. And then when I got it back again, I was like, well, we're going Marsh anyway, so.
I mean,
But no,
the
GG,
one-
Sonny, you did well, bud.
the one-
Thanks, Canuck. GG's to you too, my friend.
That was an incredibly close race. I'm just gonna call that one there. Like, we had you both diving Topher around the same time. It's like, yes, Sawneyrath actually did that a little earlier, but he ran into difficulties, and legitimately, it was as much as you could get the RNG going in your favor. And Magius, you got any more questions?
Considering that, you're going into, respectively for next week, and especially for the rest of the week, any good matches that you intend to sit down and watch, or people that you might, have your eye on, like Sawneyrath, Canuck, as far as just like, God, I hope this person doesn't win, or I hope this person does win, so that way I don't have to face them next week. Any thoughts on that?
Canuck, I'll let you take that one first. I actually got to think.
No, it doesn't matter. Like, I mean, everybody's good, so no matter who you get, anybody you're 3-1, 4-0, 2-2, I mean, there's strong players everywhere, so I mean, there's really nobody I want to see. You're going to get who you get, and well, you're going to have to run your race. That's about all you can do at this point.
So, taking some time to think about it, there are two people I'd like to see in the 4-0 pool that I really want to meet up against, because these two people I've been practicing with fairly often. And those two people are Thunderclawed and Cheesinator. Very good friends of mine. Very good friends of mine. And I'd just love to have a chill race for 5-0 with them.
I am solely down with you, Sonny, on that one, from somebody who actually does comms with people. Both of those people are chill dudes, and they will give you anything that you want to see. They will make it for the audience, and that's always a value match that you want to see. Especially at the 4-0 bracket, you're already going to make it to the bracket stage. Seeing a 4-0 fighting those, that is exactly what you see. I'm sorry for coming in on you, Sonny, but that is a hype match to see. That is a match that I wish that I could actually commentate. when I can.
Well, we won't know until T-Snader's match later, or Thunderclaw's match on that one. As I said, please chat, give these runners a follow. They've both put on a fantastic show, despite the early game, despite all the technical difficulties for all of us. This has been a phenomenal race. Again,
the runners are the key point on this one. Because, Sonny, I gotta give you a hands on this one. You had a lead, and you're willing to risk that because somebody said, I'm gonna have technical difficulties. Like, legitimately, Sawneyrath, thehangrycanuck, both deserve a follow. That is the spirit of competition. That's what you want to see from this community, and that's what you typically see from this community, and it brings a tear to my eye whenever I see that. Because it's one of those, are you willing to sacrifice your RNG on this matter to actually make it a fair race? It really brings something to my heart and says, you are wanting to get the best out of your competition. That is exactly what you want to see from the competition, and I am super happy about that. Thank you so much.
Quite honestly, that start didn't put me behind too much. It just tilted me, that's all. But I mean, I didn't want to start over because I was like, level 1 nuke, level 2 warp? No, we won't be so lucky next time.
and I really do appreciate that, Q.
No, I figured, no, Seed's good. Sonny's quick. I'm like, I'm not going to make him restart something like this. Just because I had maybe 2.5 to 3 minutes of difficulty, that's all. Not a big deal.
From somebody who had to track and calm on your quote-unquote easy technical difficulties, I'm going to say, Sawneyrath, thank you for that. Canuck, thank you for pointing that out. And I'm going to say, Canuck, do you have any final words for this seed?
No, it was actually a blast. It was a good seed. If Topher had been nice, it would have been a little bit better. But other than that, I mean, no. Hey, nope. GG, Sonny. You did a good run, buddy, and good luck at the 4-0.
And
Thanks,
Sonny?
Even with the technical difficulties that Canuck had, he ended up being right on my tail, which is just absolutely great, even considering what happens. And I'm really glad that I have IRC up on another monitor, so that way I can look over from time to time whenever I'm in battles or I'm just running down a runway to see if anything happens. And when I saw the technical difficulties come up, that's something that caught my eye. That's happened to me in a previous tournament. So it's one of those things, being able to keep your eye on IRC to see those kinds of things, so that way a restart can be made, is absolutely huge. It shows respect towards your opponent, and Canuck is one that I show so much respect to anyway. GG's, Canuck. Sounds like we put on a hell of a show, and I have a feeling that you'll make it either into Last Chance Qualifier or brackets itself, my friend.
With 3.0 and 4.0 here, we are seeing potential brackets here, at the very least. Like, legitimately, we're looking at bracket contenders in the 4 week at this point. So you're gonna probably at least see these runners, and especially with Sawneyrath at 4.0, thehangrycanuck going to be at very least, in the contentions for the playoffs for that one. He's going to be in bracket contention. These are runners we're gonna see again. We are going to see again. Magius, any last words?
No, I just have to say, this was a phenomenal race. I highly recommend, at least even, the beginning, just going through, actually seeing just the beginning parts. Just definitely check out, that one. Same thing if you could not, because you two would be surprised about how much you both, had to deal with and how much you caught up between both things. Towards the end, it was literally like less than 3 minutes. Basically you entered for 3 minutes after Sawneyrath. Like, it was literally just like that close for your first Topher dive.
All right. With that being said, these are not the last times you're going to see these runners. There is still 1 week of Swiss brackets. I would heavily recommend following both of these runners because they have put up, most importantly, an amazing show for you as a chat. They have posted up an amazing show for anybody in sportsmanship. Follow these runners. Follow these runners. They are amazing runners of this game. They are historic runners of this game. And may the light of these crystals watch over us all.